for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Ja Morant, he's out there with Wells. Then there's Jaren Jackson. Then there's Edey. And for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Down out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Garza in at the 5 down low. GA, I've heard coaches talk about slicing the NBA schedule into 10-game increments. Is that something that you recall when you played?
Well, keeping focused on portions of a long season can keep players focused, especially during road trips. Big goals are reached through small steps.
Now here's Morant. And taken away by Brown. Inside, here's Garza. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
And Memphis turns it over again. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Garza. And it's off from three-point range. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. The tray. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. It's White on the wing. Covered by Wells. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Morant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The electric Ja Morant, the leader of this team, Stan. What's his focus need to be going forward?
Well, look, Kevin, I think it's pretty simple with Ja Morant. We know how good he is. Can he keep himself on the floor on a consistent basis, which for Ja means staying healthy and staying out of trouble. If he can do that, there's no question about his ability or his ability to lead this team.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for Ja Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Both free throws good from Morant. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented, different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
It's good.
Agile and athletic. Brown is able to just overcome that interior defense.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the 2 things we all want: hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Guys?
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. First free throw is good. What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr., coach, brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
Pass to Brown. To the paint. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. There's a good screen. Fades back. Edey with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Simons, he's checked in for the Celtics. Now here's Morant. We saw him with 39 points last game out. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And it's in there. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
There's Morant. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. And again, Memphis, no good.
Well, I believe that's now 4 straight misses to start the game. Talk about stumbling out of the block.
And here's Brown outside. He can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here to the inside. Here's Edey. Garza pulls it in. Garza's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Now, here's Simons. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Another shot. And Edey with the weigh-in.
Well, rebounds look too easy for Edey sometimes. Taller than even most NBA players.
Brown inside the line. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Morant. Here's Edey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Here's Hauser. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And so here's Memphis. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. And here's Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yes, we know Jackson can nail threes, but at his core, he's a guy who wants the ball around the rim.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And, you know, the Celtics, they came out of the gate swinging this season, fighting their way up the rankings. You just hope they can sustain this pace as the season wears on.
Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. A nice shot by Brown.
This shot used to be a question mark for Brown coming into the league. Now you got to guard him from deep.
Morant against Pritchard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Here's a chance now to see the league leaders in three-point field goal percentage. Third is Anthony Simons.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
The Celtics with the lead. Pritchard with the ball. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. And take a look at the Celtics. They're sixth best right now, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And when you look at Boston, I know they've got their sights set on home court advantage in the playoffs this year. And because of that, they're going to be anxious not to spend too much time outside of that top spot.
Yeah, and it's easy to overreact at this point of the season. But there's still a lot of basketball to be played, and they can easily get their way back to the top.
And the shot goes in. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the length certainly helps Jackson Jr.
Pass to Minot. Now here's Brown. That shot misses. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to New York. Morant surveying the D. Pass to Edey. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Edey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, Edey has a big presence in the paint. I like what he did there.
Pritchard passes to Garza. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Edey picks one up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
The first one falls. And stand on defense, the Celtics content to play the percentages.
Yeah, look. The Celtics want to deny threes, free throws, and layups. If you beat them shooting 2-point jump shots, they'll live with it. But can they force more turnovers?
He hits both from the stripe. And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis is Ja Morant. But his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Now, here's Morant for 3. Here's Edey, and the dunk by Edey.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Tipped away. Celtics trail by 3. Now Brown. 7 points in the game. Wells grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Well, Morant is so athletic that he finds himself at the free throw line a lot.
Memphis leading by 4. Pass to Jerome. Clark outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Aldama. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Ja Morant. 8th in free throw shooting, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And yet, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Scottie Pippen, he's checked in for Morant. Back to Simons. Shoots over Jerome. A nice shot by Simons.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Memphis. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game. And They didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Now, here's Simons. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's the three. And he's good on the three ball. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. It's deflected. Now, here's Simon. He's defended by Landale.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, this September, Grizzlies legend Marc Gasol was enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame. A 3-time All-Star and Defensive Player of the Year, Marc was acquired in a trade for his brother, Pau Gasol, who was likewise an All-Star with the Grizzlies. Marc, a fixture on and off the court in Memphis. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. A nice shot by Simons.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Pass to Shireman. Pippen against Simons. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Pippen. The Grizzlies with the lead. Down low. Here's Landale. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Minot. Here's Shireman. Here's Minot. Scoreless thus far. Gonzalez. No good from outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Jerome in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Pippen with it. And Simons picks him up defensively. Aldama gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Well, Aldama's size makes attacking from right under the hoop an easy option.
You know, Coach, how would you describe Scottie Pippen Jr.?
I think Scottie Pippen Jr. is one of the most underrated players in the league. This guy is a very good starting level NBA point guard who can get to the paint, create shots for himself and others, and he's as good defensively guarding the ball as just about anybody in the league.
Clark with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Gonzalez against Jerome. Gonzalez's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Over to the wing. Clark finds Aldama. Back to Clark. It's stolen. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pulls it from the elbow. Boucher passes to Gonzalez. Why not? A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pippen outside. Clark right side. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Grizzlies lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect it.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, Morant and Caldwell Pope are their guards. Jackson is out there with Zach Edey. Morant passes to Caldwell Pope. And here's Jackson. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
At his height, Jackson Jr. just needs to be assertive to successfully attack inside.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling.
And the first one drops. And the Grizzlies choosing to move forward with Coach Islo to head their program. Stan, after he took over as interim head coach late last season.
Yeah, the first Finnish-born head coach in the NBA. He was a rising star coaching in Europe, now trying his hand in the best league on the planet.
Good on both. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow. If we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
The Grizzlies shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Free throw good. Edey.
Well, with Zach Edey, it's about more than his 7'4" size. Skills will develop, his timing will improve, but he's already got the physical foundation of a great player.
Now, here's Brown. He's coming off a 31-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and you see this with a lot of great scorers. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Morant takes off. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over Hauser. The second effort. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Memphis shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Pritchard passes to Brown. Jaylen Brown stretching it out.
And you know, Brown is one of those guys you got to pick up at half court. He's got super deep range.
Here's Pritchard. And the basket by Hauser.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. Rebound by the Celtics. Garza's got 6 rebounds in the game. Hauser finds Pritchard. There's the pick. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Morant. The 3. And Boston with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Now here's Morant. Edey with a screen on Pritchard. Morant drives in. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look from outside off the mark. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hauser the pass to Brown. Back to Hauser. Buries the long-range jumper. Hauser's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Morant outside. Pass to Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
Well, when Edey gets on a roll, it's hard to stop all 7'4" of him. He's been fantastic tonight scoring.
White goes in. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
First one falls for him.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Wells is checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
They get it back. And the foul on Sam Hauser. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And so here's Memphis, trailing by 2. Shoots the 3. And Wells the bucket on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Wells has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Caldwell Pope against Brown. Pass to Garza. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Garza's got 9 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Morant. Now here's Jackson. And the wide open J from Edey. And Pritchard pulls it down.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Basket counts.
There's some power to JB's game. He can simply go through contact.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And Brown over to help. Edey against Brown. 5 on the clock. They get it back. A second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for White. Averaging 21 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Free throw good. Edey.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Minod's checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. He doesn't get the second one.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. But it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope isn't a guy that shoots a ton of free throws, but he makes them count.
The Celtics making a switch here. Shireman's checked in. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. Coach, I know you're familiar with Caldwell Pope's game from coaching him early in his career.
Yeah, look, Kevin, and he's just continued to get better and better. And like most veteran guys, he's just gotten smarter with the experience that he has. This is a guy who plays with great energy. He's in great shape, and he is tough as heck and is not going to make many mistakes.
Now here's Caldwell Pope after the miss from Derek White. White against Morant. Pass to Aldama. Jacks up a three. And Shireman pulls it down. Boston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. White, good.
Well, that's a smart shot by White. Most of the times teams will give you the mid-range.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Aldama. On the wing, Jackson. 23 points for him the last game against the Knicks in New York. The three from Morant. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Now here's Wells. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Morant kicks to Wells. Aldama passes to Jackson. It's good.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
That's good from Jackson. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Here's Shireman. And here's Gonzalez over Wells. Gonzalez's shot is off.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
They now take the lead. Aldama's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
Simons against Jerome. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And Anthony Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Stan. Some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Clark finds Landale. Boston grabs the miss. Outside, Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Love the fearlessness from Simons inside, showing he's not afraid of contact. Shooting two.
And he can't get the first one.
Such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
Good on the second free throw. Jerome with it. He has yet to score. Pass to Landale. Here's Clark. Puts up a three. Offensive rebound. And he goes in for the dunk.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Memphis. Boucher, and he makes good on the layup. Boucher's got his first points of the night.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Out left to the wing, takes the three. Goes back up. Landale with the bucket. Landale's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Pass to Minot. Al Gonzalez. From downtown. Grizzlies with the rebound. Landale's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, you look at the score in this game, it's not reflective of the night he's had. He's struggling.
Here's Eldama. He's got 5. Back to Jerome. Clark for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Now here's Simon. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Scottie Pippen, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. That'll be a 5-second call. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Grizzlies 4th.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Here's Jerome. No scoring in this one.
2 minutes.
Outside Pippen.
2 minutes.
Now Jerome. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
It's his first trip to the line.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
That one drops. He ties it up. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Outside Gonzalez. 141 left in the first half, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Memphis substitution. Number 23. Cedric, number 23.
There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. Here's Shireman. Misses off the left iron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Pippen. There's a screen by Aldama. Here's Clark. Boucher with the steal. And they're pushing it up. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Pippen outside. To the middle. Out to the wing. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And again, Memphis no good. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Simons surveying the D. Gonzalez's shot is off. The Grizzlies trailing. Steps back. Here's Jerome. And the layup is good. Jerome's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Pass to Shireman. Back to Simons. Jerome against Gonzalez. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Gonzalez has got 5.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
Here's Pippen. And Boucher sends it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
No one near as Jerome lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 7 points in the game. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
With 1 on the clock. And it's he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Yeah, really a perfect way to finish that quarter on a strong, positive note.
A big-time effort for Zach Edey, providing a lot of energy for Memphis. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Jalen, a strong defensive effort thus far. What do you guys need to improve on in the second half?
To be honest, it could be a little better. We could all be a little better, especially me. Made a little bit of mistakes in the first half, so second half we got to clean it up.
You set the bar high, guys.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
And we welcome you to halftime as the Boston Celtics are getting everything they can handle so far.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who were brought up playing the game this way.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.